Hi and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be a full sew-in weave with a 4x4 silk top closure from Aprillacewigs.com. Now the silk top is a 4x4. It's 14 inches. The texture of the hair is this is deep wave, but it's virgin Brazilian. And I have the 16 and the 18, and you're looking at the 14-inch closure with the baby hairs. Now I'm going to sew the hair from Aprillacewigs.com, formerly known as lacewigsfront.com. I'm sewing the hair on this glueless cap that I purchased this deep wave approximately 2 years ago with the silk top. And as you see, the silk top has begun to bald, and got really bald. So it was time to replace that silk top, so that's what we're going to do. Once we braid the hair and sew the hair on there, we're going to cut that silk top off and put the new one on there by sewing it on. And so I left some hair out. I braided the pattern in a circular pattern. Whatever pattern you want to use is up to you, but this works for me for this particular project here. And I use a straight needle. You can use a curved needle. Black thread is needed, and you begin to sew. And as you see, I sew up under my tracks and my hair together. It's just a preference that I have, so this is how I do it. You sew your hair the way that is comfortable for you and works for you. And like I said, I use a straight needle because it's more comfortable for me. You can use a circular one if that is comfortable for you. I love the circular braid pattern on this project that I'm working on, because I still had a lot of hair on this lace wig, but it had thinned out over the 2 years that I've had it. Besides the silk top thinning out and going bald, the hair thinned out, but it lasts for 2 years, and so I really have been wearing this until I can't wear it any longer. So it was time to revamp her. So now we're doing a sew-in on this glueless cap here. Just an idea that I came up with. So you see I'm sewing, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through the weft, because what I'm going to do is not cut the track yet, and I'm working with the 18 inches right now. I love this virgin Brazilian deep wave. The hair is really soft and really nice. I just received it on today, and I started working on my project here immediately, I tell you, because I was so thrilled about the hair and the texture and the feel of it. So as you see now, I have reversed the track over instead of cutting it. I didn't want to cut a lot of my tracks. I just wanted to reverse. Some of them I will cut, but the majority of that 18 inches I did not want to cut at all. So I'm going to finish up with the 18 inches, going back and forth. And if this was on your real head, you would definitely want to, make it secure. So So right now what I'm doing is using a beaded threader to make my donut circle here at the top to bring the rest of that hair in and make it neat. So once I get to that area, because that's where I'm going to have to continue to go in a circle to close up that area. So that's why I needed to put that away and secure. Yeah, just get you a bead threader, and it works really, really good. And so now we're going to continue on sewing the hair to the braids. And I have not co-washed this hair nor shampooed. I just started sewing it in the hair. And so what I'm going to do once I'm finished is just spray it with some water and let you see how she looks. And then afterwards I'm going to do a co-wash on her. Now since this is human hair braided onto more human hair, this style should last me a long time. I don't know how the shampoo is going to affect it, because I braided the hair. I braided it tightly as I could without changing the size of my cap. And what I did when I put the cap on the mannequin's head, I pulled it all the way to the front as far as I can so that I could use some T-pins to stretch my cap. So you want it to be taut, you want it to be tight, so you won't have to resize your cap by pulling on it too much. And so it will stay that way on the mannequin's head, and you can continue to work freely once you put your T-pins on it. So we're still going in a circular fashion. I think I'm starting with the 16 inches now. I did not use all of it, but I used as much as was needed. And so now I'm at the top area where the donut hole is. And we're going to continue to go in a circle, circle, circle until we close up that hole and make it neat looking where you can't see how, if there's a track or something there. So I just kept going around in circles until it dissipated. It just went into the hair and came out really, really nicely. I'm just continuing to finish up that top area, sewing it down, making it nice and neat up there where you can't see where the track is. And that's what you really have to do, is kind of just look at your pattern and see which way it's going. Okay, so now I have finished. I got all of the 18 in there, majority of the 16 in there. The front of it, the leave out is on the front from the regular deep wave hair, but this hair that I sewed in again is virgin Brazilian deep wave. Love, love, love the texture. So now what I'm going to do, since I have finished sewing the hair in, I'm going to cut that 4x4 old silk top out. And I'm making sure that I cut exactly on the 4x4 area, because I have to replace that back with the 4x4. So I wanted to make sure that I cut along the 4x4 so I can replace it when sewing it back in. You can see how intense I am. I really, really do that when I'm working on a project. I get so intense. But I'm going to show you some pictures at the end of how I sewed that particular silk top back onto the cap, and it came out beautifully. I do say so myself. But before I started sewing it, I put the new silk top in and put some safety pins around it so I can make sure that it was even. So start sewing close to the edge of your silk top and your cap. Now the last track, if you was doing it on your hair, would be connected with your silk top if you were sewing this down on your natural head, okay? Thank you so much for watching how I do a full sew-in on this glueless cap. It turned out beautifully. I am loving the Virgin Brazilian deep wave curl. I will update you on this hair as time goes by, but this is really some nice hair, and I hope that my how-to video helps someone who wanted to know how to do a full sew-in, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Now all the video links will be below. All the information you're going to need will be below in my description box.